Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're traveling to the windswept shores of Jersey to uncover Beast, the 2017 psychological thriller that announced Jessie Buckley as a force of nature and writer-director Michael Pearce as a major new voice in British cinema. Whether you're a fan of slow-burn character studies or just curious how a film can blend forbidden romance with serial killer dread, this video will break down the plot, the complex performances, and the haunting themes that make this movie linger long after the credits roll. We'll also explore its real-life inspiration, the stunning cinematography, and why that ending has sparked so much debate. Stick around to the end for my final verdict and rating, and don't forget to comment with your thoughts. Who, in the end, is the real Beast? Moll is introduced on the island of Jersey, a 27-year-old tour guide still living with her wealthy middle-class parents and suffocating under the weight of her mother's control. From the first scene, we get a sense of her personality. She's quiet, watchful, and deeply unhappy. A woman treated by her family as flawed and burdensome, expected to care for her father with dementia and babysit her niece. Alongside her are her mother Hilary, whose disapproval is a constant presence, and her sister who hijacks Moll's birthday party to announce her own pregnancy, leaving Moll feeling utterly invisible. The film quickly establishes stakes through its inciting incident. After self-harming and fleeing the party, Moll meets a man at a nightclub. The next morning on the beach, he turns violent, but at that moment, a poacher with a hunting rifle rescues her. This mysterious young man, Pascal, represents everything her family despises: working class, rough, and entirely outside their world. By the end of this introduction, we already sense the dangerous pull between Moll's oppressive home life and the intoxicating freedom Pascal represents, and the shadow of unsolved murders haunting the island. The relationships in Beast are the film's engine, driving every decision toward its devastating conclusion. Moll's interactions with Pascal reveal both immediate chemistry and profound tension. After he rescues her on the beach, she's drawn to him with an intensity that feels like oxygen after drowning. When she confesses that as a teenager she stabbed a classmate with scissors, claiming self-defense, Pascal doesn't recoil. He supports her, creating a bond built on mutual acceptance of darkness. But the film complicates this connection through Detective Clifford, who fancies Moll and warns her that Pascal was the main suspect in an earlier murder and was convicted at 18 of sexually assaulting a 14-year-old. Moll lies, claiming Pascal was with her all night, her first active choice to protect him over the truth. Her mother, Hilary, serves as the oppressive counterweight, embodying the class prejudice and control that Moll desperately needs to escape. Supporting characters like Pascal's ex-girlfriend and the victim's family circle like sharks smelling blood. One fascinating aspect is how Moll's confession to Pascal, that her stabbing wasn't self-defense but revenge, creates the twisted intimacy that will shape the film's shocking climax. As the plot unfolds, Moll faces escalating challenges that blur the line between victim and perpetrator. Key event 1 is the country club humiliation. At a formal family function, Moll's sister gets Pascal ejected for wearing jeans. Something snaps in Moll. She stands, makes a toast for giving her family for everything they've done for her, then walks outside and deliberately destroys the immaculate putting green, a small act of rebellion that signals she's done playing the obedient daughter. She moves into Pascal's modest house, choosing him over everything. Then key event 2 shatters their fragile peace. Police burst in and arrest Pascal. During interrogation, the lead detective accuses Moll of protecting a murderer who lacks the capacity to love anyone, suggesting she's seeking retribution against the community that rejected her. This sequence puts Moll in profound peril, not physical, but psychological. When Clifford later informs her they've caught the real murderer, an immigrant farmer, and apologizes, relief floods through her. But the tension doesn't release, it mutates. She and Pascal celebrate, but when she suggests they leave the island, he turns violent, slamming her against a wall and strangling her. He apologizes, but the damage is done. Moll runs to Clifford, admits she lied about Pascal's whereabouts, and learns the farmer never confessed. The ground beneath her shifts. Watching Moll navigate these escalating revelations, each one forcing her to confront what she's chosen to believe, is what keeps us riveted. Beast isn't just a thriller about a possible serial killer. It's a ferocious exploration of the monster that lies within all of us, and well, the struggle to keep it contained. One of the most prominent themes is social oppression and the desire for escape. Moll's family treats her as damaged goods, a burden to be managed rather than a person to be loved. Her mother's control isn't just overbearing, it's a cage that makes Pascal's dangerous freedom, absolutely irresistible. Another theme, moral ambiguity and self-deception, emerges as Moll struggles with an impossible dilemma. Is Pascal a killer? Does it matter if he loves her? The film refuses easy answers, forcing us to sit in the same uncertainty that consumes Moll. Director Michael Pearce explained that the story was inspired by the true crimes of Edward Pasnell, the Beast of Jersey, a serial rapist who terrorized the island between 1960 and 1971. But rather than make a conventional true crime film, Pearce uses that history as atmospheric texture, keeping the focus on Moll's interior journey. The cinematography by Benjamin Creighton further enhances these ideas, capturing Jersey's beauty with a gothic fairy tale quality that, honestly, contrasts sharply with the ugliness unfolding. The sparse musical score by Jim Williams provides ample tension while accentuating the characters' emotional states. For instance, the recurring motif of water, Moll and Pascal embracing in the sea, the final scene in a muddy hole, visually symbolizes the pull between cleansing and drowning. These layers make the film more than entertainment. They invite viewers to ask who the real beast is, and whether love can ever truly accept another person's darkness. Some fascinating details behind Beast make the experience even richer. Director Michael Pearce previously lived in Jersey, and the film is loosely based on a real person dubbed the Beast of Jersey, Edward Pasnell, who terrorized the island with a string of sex attacks between 1960 and 1971. Pearce transformed this history into atmospheric dread rather than literal adaptation. Many scenes feature authentic Jersey locations, including Saint-Ouen Grave de l'Ec and the White House, lending the film an unmistakable sense of place. The production was a labor of love. Pearce's debut feature, made on a modest budget but with enormous ambition. The film had its world premiere in the platform section at the 2017 Toronto International Film Festival, immediately generating buzz. Just 4 days later, 30 West acquired North American distribution rights, a testament to its impact. At the 2019 BAFTAs, the film won Best Debut by a British writer, director or producer for Pearce and producer Lauren Dark. Fun trivia, Johnny Flynn and Shannon Tarbett, who plays Pascal's ex-girlfriend, also worked together on Genius in 2017, where Flynn played young Albert Einstein and Tarbett played Marie Winterler. These tidbits give a fuller appreciation of the craft and care behind this haunting debut. As the story reaches its devastating climax, Moll confronts the ultimate truth about the man she loves. At a beachfront restaurant, she plies Pascal with alcohol and invites him to confess, telling him she'll accept whoever he is. She reveals her own secret. She didn't stab that girl in self-defense, but in revenge. Pascal hesitates, then says, "It's over. They were nothing to me." Moll seems relieved, even happy. The key moment comes on the drive home. She asks for a kiss, and as they lean toward each other, Moll unbuckles his seatbelt and jerks the wheel, throwing Pascal from the car. Badly injured in the street, he begs her to help, crying that they're the same. Moll strangles him with her bare hands, then slowly gets to her feet. The ending is ambiguous and haunting. Moll walks away, but we're left questioning everything. Was Pascal the killer? Was Moll? Or was her final act the murder of a man she loved because she couldn't live with the uncertainty? The filmmakers intended these final moments to leave a lasting impression, not as a tidy resolution, but as an uncomfortable meditation on the darkness we're willing to accept in others and in ourselves. In conclusion, Beast delivers a tense, morally complex psychological thriller that announces Jessie Buckley as one of the most exciting actors of her generation. Michael Pearce's debut is confident and unsettling, blending gothic romance with serial killer dread in ways that linger uncomfortably long. It's not an easy watch, but it's a rewarding one for those willing to sit in ambiguity. If you enjoyed this breakdown, drop a comment with your thoughts. Who did you believe, and what did you make of that ending? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more movie reviews, deep dives, and behind-the-scenes insights. Thanks for watching, and be careful who you let in.